her territory and destroying her citizens. Nigeria government is the most government who have destroyed her own citizens so far, and which we will not allow such character to enter into Biafra. This was the reason why I was petitioning, I was shouting on media when I had, we need action, we need action, we need action. The first question I asked some of all these autopilot was, I hope that action will be taken to Kaduna. I hope that action will be taken to Abuja. I hope that action will be taken to Lagos. I hope that action will be taken to far away our territory. That very day, after that speech on my broadcast, a man called me. He said, Lionman, now I remember your face. I said, because these children are going waywardly. They don't know what that. Now I don't know who is pushing them. I don't know who is engineering them. I don't know who is encouraging them. Where they will come out, they will say action, action. In whose territory do you want to exercise that action? Are you going to exercise the action within the same people who we said we are going to save from a dictatorial state of Nigeria? Is that the people you want to exercise the same action and destroy them? That was my statement. That was I asked them, I hope this action will be taken out of our territory, not within our territory. Because if it is within our territory, I was sure that most of you who are involved in it will pay for it. Let me tell you, I joined IPOB when I saw the manifesto of IPOB. Because when I was convinced by, may his soul rest in peace, Mr. Oliver, the first thing I asked him, I said, do you know that Biafra does not require violence to be restored? Inasmuch I know that Africa can never do away with that violence, because that has been the African strategy, violent. I said, do you know that it doesn't require violence to be restored? And what it needs is people, leaders on the top of a few of Biafra that are listening to advice. You see, I am not trying to praise anybody, because people can change tomorrow. You see, one thing I discovered and I love about Mazi and his team is that they listen. They listen to advice. When you advise them to hold on, they hold on. When you advise them to be quiet for a moment, they listen to you. They go quiet for the moment. And anybody who want to play a freedom politics that possess this kind of character, there's nothing that will stop that person from achieving what he wants. I said, Biafra restoration won't be like other African nations' freedom fighting. There's one parable I always present. It comes to a time among the animals' kingdom, questions was raised, and they begin to ask other animals species, how many times will something happen to you before you learn? Some of them said 2 times, some of them said 3, some of them said 4. Some of them said once. When it came to the point, when it came to the turn of tortoise, they asked tortoise, you haven't answered, you haven't contributed their own quota on this issue of how many times will something happen to you before you left. Tortoise said, I will not allow it to happen to me. I will learn from what happened to others. Tortoise became the wisest animals among those animals that gathered for those questions. He said, I will not allow it to happen to me. I will pick lesson from what happened to others. Now, when this agitation began, the first thing I first studied is, I looked at the scenarios of Congo. I looked at the scenarios of Amazonia. I looked at the scenarios of many other African surrendering countries that has this conflict. Then you will now take it to the mainstream politics. What I mean by mainstream politics is all these world powers, Western world, who are instigating these things in Africa. I check it. If you now engage in violence, people will sell their arms. Countries that produce weapons will sell their weapons. And you will not expect those who manufacture weapons to stock their weapon in their warehouse without making sense of those weapons. Then you, who wants to, or who are eager, or who have the hunger to possess those weapons, to purchase those weapons, are you purchasing those weapons against who? Against your own fellow brother, against your own fellow sister, against your own father, against your own mother, against your own children? This should be the question that's supposed to ring in your mind first. This is the question that's supposed to ring in your mind first. Who am I purchasing this particular weapons against to destroy? Am I going to destroy part of me, or am I going to destroy an external invader? Let me tell you something, most of you that you don't know. Before the leader, many people think that I am among the leadership. I have said it openly here. Everybody knows in Happy, I am not anywhere near the leadership of IPOB. But what I do, if I have anything, any advice to send out there, I know the right channel, I send it to them. Come, I suggest this thing goes like this thing goes like, think about it. And I always put that in that language, I suggest. Because the way I say I suggest, there are other people who know more than me. Because as Nnamdi was like, ebe amamihe kwụsịrị ka nke onye ọzọ bidoro. Nobody knows it all. So that's why I always put that way. I think this, or I suggest this should be, so that why that language of I suggest is important, because there are other far more intelligent brain that are out there that may even have suggested what is better than your own. So that's why you have to put your own I suggest, so that should in case. You see, the worst thing that can happen to those on top of affair or those in the leadership affair is when everybody around them answers them, yes, sir, yes, ma, yes, auntie, yes, brother. Believe me, you, at the end of that tunnel, there may not be success. Because their brain will be overclouded with that praises. And their spirit will be poisoned by those praises. Remember vividly that I say something concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fell. I am not saying why he will fail. Take it or leave it. He have already failed. And that failure is also, we should, IPOB, large families should also do what? Blame themselves in one part of those failure, which is me, self, I am included. We should also blame ourselves in his failure. But thank God that the vision under the umbrella of indigenous people of Biafra haven't failed. But while we also, many people may still be pretending, they will say, if you ask many people now, have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu failed? Many people will still tell you, because their brain are not working, they will tell you, hey, it's still strong. No. No. Remember, I review everything. Do you know that it's because of my broadcast? DSS, when the Fulani man was the chairman of the DSS in Nigeria. Remember, DSS was flushed 2 times to 3 times. They reshuffled the DSS because of me, because of my program. Because whatever happened there, I always, in other way, which I'm not supposed to do, I always bring it to the public domain to educate our people. So sometimes when they listen to this, they say, who is sabotaging them? This thing lead to the reshuffling. They reshuffle first one, they reshuffle second one, they reshuffle third one. Because our people are not rooted well in getting coded war. That's what they call coded wars. When I said it codedly, most of them won't understand me. And due to they did not understand me, some of them became provoked. And they translate that word wrongly. But they never knew that this word goes codedly. It takes a very sound brain to decode the word and digest the word and understand the word. The failure of Nnamdi Kanu today, all of us contributed to it. Now, let me tell you why. When we saw the involvement of the parents of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the mother, the father, into agitation, that is where the foundation of IPOB should have raised alarm. Why are you involving your parent? First, that was first challenge they could have given to him. That was the first war, first internal war they could have. You see, I asked this question. Do you know what somebody answered me? He said, if you bring this issue our people will see you as enemy, that the family are supporting him. That was basically, our people are seeing it as the family are supporting him. He have the support of the entire family for what he's about to do. I said the appearance of the father, the appearance of the mother on this movement have already shows leakage. They have already shown leakage of the movement already. So the failure of Mazi and the Kanu didn't start today. It started due to that we are black people, African people, we don't see future. We always circle ourselves for what we see presently. We don't plan future. Immediately I see the father participated in that meeting held in Enugu by the governors. I said, this man will go nowhere. Immediately I saw the mother, 2015, participating in court appearance. Every court sitting, she's there. I said, this man, I said, something is wrong. That was the language I used. I said, something is wrong somewhere. We are talking about freedom here. I said, why can't this guy call the parent or order, tell them, stay away from me for this moment? Stay away from me from this moment. That's how it should be. But all of us, we are there, looking like a mumu, moving like a sheep without direction. This little leakages was appearing, and the world was watching. The international community was watching. I remember when Mazi Kanu said something. He said, many places you go with Biafra issue, they don't take you, the country doesn't take you serious. He said it. Then immediately he said, most of you only listen to his voice. That's why I laugh. Most of the people that are in this struggle today, in this Biafra issue today, only came on board just to listen to the sweet voice of Nnamdi Kanu. They don't even actually know what they wanted. Is it the sweet voice or is it the freedom? This is a question I asked in IPB family here in Brazil. This is a question I ask. Most of you that are here, because if you come to IPB Brazil, every crowd will full everywhere. I said, all of you shout sitting here now. I said, all of you sitting here now. Because when somebody raises his hand up in a meeting, he want to talk, immediately that person talk. As a psychologist, I know the capacity of that person's brain. So most of their questions were sounding as people that come to one meeting. Or people that come for social club meeting, where a group of friends gather to make themselves happy. That is exactly how most of their questions were sounding. Strange, far away from the vision. Then I threw that bomb in the midst of us. asị m amakwa m ihe m ji ekwu maka na agawabeghị agawa. La Johnny eseti bekwara. La Johnny a ga-eseti. And also most of you nearby now, out of this 140 crowd that is present in this meeting, believe me, it's only 10 that will remain. That was what I said to 16. And those 10 that will remain is the 10 that knows what they come from. My last program, how many members of IPOB Brazil that I said, from 100 and something, how many members did I mention? Because I will not lie to you. I swear. You see, people that know me. I don't care what anybody feel. I tell people truth. You see Donald Trump, if Donald Trump stand in my face here, I will tell him the truth. I don't care. Because I was trained with white people. White people that tell their mother and their father truth, face to face. You know, in Africa, they will tell you children training abroad. No! Children training abroad are the most responsible children and wise because they know their rights. When you cannot protest for your rights, you are not wise. Most of African children can never protest their rights in the face of their parent. And they see it as a respect to the parent. No, that is not respect to the parent. Parents in abroad, they are trained from the kindergarten school. They are trained to question their parent. And you, parent in abroad, you are compelled to answer that question. You won't say, where is my little boy asking me this question? Doesn't he have fear? Question is question. There is nothing like fear in questioning. Question is question. You have to answer it. It's like when you tell your female child, be careful. If somebody, like what they taught us when we were small, if somebody taught you, if mother taught you, you get pregnant. If it is in abroad, that female child will ask the mother, ask the father, how does that, can you explain deeper to me how the pregnant will come? And you have to answer, you have to explain. Because that's that girl is asking so that you guide her very well. Don't tell her, shut up, you are too small. No, answer that question. That is why that's why we stuck where we stuck today. No progress, suffering everywhere, disease everywhere, sickness everywhere. Because when you ask questions, you'll be seen, or when you confront something that you don't understand, you'll be seen as a disrespectful person. They translate it wrongly against you. They translate it wrongly against you. Now, let me tell you about issue here. Now, why I said we need to completely and absolutely and the total civil engagement. And nobody will come out and tell you that, or let's assume now somebody will come out and say, I will give you freedom. That is the most ridiculous statement, or statement that sounds so foolish before the sound brain people, people that have a very healthy brain. How can I now? I look at population of over 80 million population finish. I said, I Lionman will give you freedom. And some stupid individuals will clap for me. How does that sound? It sounds so stupid. It sounds so unguided. It sounds so fraudulent. The question here is, do I have the capacity? Even if I lie to you and say I have the capacity, how? Can I be everywhere at the same time? Yeah. Yeah, my dear sister, Iba Makaya. That is how they see it. Africa turns everything upside down. Because how we are brought in a very wrong manner. Where a parent want to have his or her rest, he will tell the children, if anybody look for me, tell them I am not around. You begin at the tender age, teaching your children how to lie. Very bad upbringing. Let me tell you, you are a man of yourself. You are a woman of yourself as a married woman. You are independent of your family. You are the chairman of your family. What stops you of telling your children, oh, my son, my daughter, if anybody look for me, tell the person I want to take my rest for 2 hours or 3 hours. I don't want to meet anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to relax this head for 3 hours or 2 hours. Look at the time here. This time is 1 p.m. If anybody look for me, ask them to sit down. If they can wait for 3 hours, when I will wake up, let them wait. If they can't wait, tell them to come back. Tell the children the truth, so that when the children go out, they are, uncle, you are welcome, our sister, your auntie, you are welcome. Where is your daddy? My daddy is sleeping. He said he want to have his rest. Very simple. As the way you let the child tell them like that. That's why laying the foundation of truth, pure truth, with that inside the spirit of that child. And my daddy said he want to rest. Oh, you know, we African, we know how to mount pressure sometimes. That uncle may say, I am your uncle, I'm here. Go there. No, uncle, I can't do that. Sit down and wait for my daddy. Or sit down and wait for my mommy. That is his instruction. If he can't wait, then uncle, come back. Uncle, come back. That doesn't mean that that child is disrespecting the uncle. Because that is the instruction of the president of the house have dropped instruction, and that instruction must be obeyed. Somebody is dying. No, somebody is a problem now. I needed this problem to solve it. That's what. Allow that problem to last for that 2 hours. No problem. Instruction is an instruction. Because without you, life goes on. With you, life goes on. This is what I always tell people. With you, life goes on. Without you, life goes on. So why mounting fake pressure? what we see today in IPOB now is the manifestation of the failure. The failure has been there. Tete. Do you remember when I began to say that Nnamdi Kanu must apologize to IPOB? Do you see how people wanted to devour me alive? They wanted to devour me. They wanted to say, bring, if there is anywhere they can say, bring him, let us crucify him like Jesus. Ka ogbuwe lobe ka agbasa ya ka kpọọ ya mtukpo ya, in fact kwegbuo ya ka ese ya foto ka ọ dị ka Jesus. Okwula arụ. Ndị ebe anyị kara ime. When I begin the answer, I know how many times the leadership called me. I told you that I know what I see. And I know where I'm going. But overall now, where I'm going, it will be clear to everybody. I remember when one person said to me, we understand the truth, but be careful. You know our people. If you knew that have this truth with you, did our people have it? Did our people know it? Did they know where you are going to? Do they know you want to save them? I told them, I said, don't worry. Sacrifice, sacrifice. What is the meaning of sacrifice? You know, Africans, they are very good in mentioning that, using that word, sacrifice, sacrifice. What is the meaning of sacrifice? Sacrifice is when you bring yourself out and say, if I die, I die. If I live, I live. That was the moment I said, no, if I die, if they can kill me because of where I'm going, maybe later in the future, they find out, all of them will be regretting, why do we kill this man? Chai! God forgive me, I participated in the hand that contributed in killing this man, is better. It is pure better than to allow things to spoil. Everybody now will now sink womb. Instead of me to allow our people to sink, let what I will say to save them sink me. This is what makes the abroad. Today everybody is eager, everybody is praying. Even some people are going to praying and fasting. Some people are going to mountains, spend 21 days fasting just to come to abroad. These are the things, because this kind of individual that have the same mindset of mine, that's people that build abroad. If I die, I die. But let things be done right. Most of them live, most of them die for it. But in Africa, nobody wants to die for anybody. Everybody wants to live. Everybody wants to enjoy it. Then how do you want the society to be good? How do you want the society to be good? This is the question that's supposed to be raised. This is a question that's supposed to be raised. Sacrifice only for the lips, not in the mind. It's easy to speak, but it's not easy to practice. I know what I faced. I know what my family members called me. Nna, or Genekwa, Greneme, where are you? Masana, don't worry. I think Lord work and they buy any dream. So, Igbo need dream now. Don't worry. I want to get them. Are they the late parent, which is the first red flag, which IPOB did not detect? Aleku, Omunne siblings involved. Malajo. Our beloved late father. They research. Our beloved late father. I keep on addressing him as late father. As beloved late father. And I said it. Anytime the battle is over, my leg touch down home. I will take permission from the Ojukwu family. I need to go to that grave of Ojukwu and put my knees down. And put my knees down. And I plead with him. I will plead to him, to his spirit, on behalf of Ndibo. Very, very necessary. I will ask them, this is the greatest good thing you can do for me. I know the reason. I will go there, I'll put my knee down there. I will plead with him, with his spirit. Please forgive. Forgive us. How many of you knows Odumegwu Ojukwu's brother? I want to ask all of you this question today. I want everybody to be answering me in this comment section. How many of us know that Ojukwu has brothers? Or Ojukwu has sisters? How many of us know? I want to ask this question. Before I will proceed. How many of us today now that is in this program now that can say, I know his brother, and I know him through when Ojukwu was fighting war, I know him. They were always surrendering their brother. How many of you can say, oh, look at Ojukwu brother, or look at Ojukwu sister? Is there anybody? Absolutely not. Onye ga-ama ụmụnne Ojukwu bụ ndị sila Nnewi ebe ha pụta. Onye ọbụla nọ n'Abia steeti tata ga-asị m na ya ma ụmụnne Ojukwu. Onye si n'Enugu steeti ga-asị na ya ma ụmụnne ya. Ole so family friends. Onye si Ebonyi ga-asị na ya ma, onye si Rivers steeti ga-asị na ya ma, onye si Akwa Ibom ga-asị na ya ma. But go today and ask, what about ụmụnne Nnamdi Kanu? Akwa Ibom man will mention the name Kanu. Akwa Ibom man will mention his name Mimi. Organide. I am not talking Igbo. I am not going to the riverine area of Biafra land. Actually, let them mention the name. Actually, let them mention the name. And all of us thought that attitude or that sign, that earlier sign of parental, all the whole parent involved, both sister, both brother, everybody, even to the extended family. One of that, the sister, the one that the among people that 28 people that was gone down in that compound. To the extended, that was the red flag. That was the sign of red flag to show you that you go nowhere. And that is exactly why where he complained that anywhere they go and present Biafra, nobody take them serious. And as a leader, let me tell you why he fell. He don't want to, may I say, like what I don't know now, I can meet somebody and say, please, Mr. Mike or Mr. Chinedu, please, everybody will nankanyem over kissy matter, over kissy one idea. You see, that's why I say where your knowledge stops is where another person is going to begin. That's why this word, you see this hand. If you remove one of this hand will suffer. If you remove one of this hand, this one don't suffer. The suffering of this one begin. But with these two hands now intact, there is no suffering. Onye nka gale help onye nka. Onye nka le help onye nka. O alaga. If you close one of these eyes now, this one will be seen. And that a very deep lesson. Carry your hand to cover this one now. This one will be seen. I'm seeing you. I am seeing you. I'm seeing the broadcast I'm doing now. Have you asked yourself why our Creator give us helpers? If God created us and put only one eye, we will see. We go to see. But have you asked why He give us two? If God created us finish and give us one hole on our nose, we breathe. But have you asked why two? The matter. Mystery of the word. Have you asked why two? Assume that God created us finish and He give us only one leg. We will be leaping. I ain't gonna leap. I ain't gonna jump like there must be movement. With that one leg, I ain't gonna jump like that. But there must be movement. But have you asked yourself why two legs? Why two hands? That's why English say two heads are better than one. Two heads are better than one. And indeed, it's better than one. Two breads are better than one. Why is it two bread? Nobody knows it all. You may be looking at that. This is tough to you. That is the limitation of your brain at that moment. This is tough. Go and approach somebody. That person, you may even think that it cannot resolve that problem. Immediately get this, get the tough here. Now we go here. Beep 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 beep. Ya me ya you make la vam. Get you no kwa ha kam na ta because that is the area your limitation of your own brain. So you needed another brain to add to it to function, to bring that into functioning. When Mazi and Kanu mention that thing on Radio Biafra, anywhere you go, they don't take you serious. I laugh. Do you know why I laugh? I laugh because I strongly believe He didn't seek for upper brain or brain that is more greater than his own. That's why now, and he is doing it his own, alone. He want to do it alone. He want to do it, which is not impossible, mission impossible. That is it. That is the truth. Mission impossible. Mission impossible. When I noticed this thing, many things that happen that he single-handedly want to do. And that's why he keep on doing it wrong. Recklessness. This is now turn, because when you keep on as somebody in people that will listen to his voice, let me tell you something. If people are listening to your voice, the highest evil you can practice is not to seek counsel. The time people started listening to your voice and they begin to do things on your own, you are wicked. You are not just wicked, you are demonic against those people that is listening to you. Because remember, people have started listening to you, and so certain things you tell them, they will believe. So before you come out to say something or to pronounce anything, seek counsel first, seek advice. In other way, not to endanger the life of those people. When you are reckless with your word that time, let's say you throw a word in the crowd of 50,000. Let's assume that 40,000, their brain are intact. They will be able to say, okay, let us do it this way, not to do it the way he say it. They not help themselves translate it. What about the remaining 10 that their brain are not having that gift? The remaining 10 may lead to death, and that death is you. That remaining 10 that die, you kill them. Don't say that you don't know about, you are the one that killed them. You kill them. Out of what? Your recklessness of directive. It's like what the former chief of army staff did, Brutal. Do you know that if Nigeria is a country that is functioning, Brutal is supposed to be facing life imprisonment today for what he did in Zamfara, where people are protesting? His convoy opened fire, open life ammunition on the protesters who blocked his motorcade. My Mazi Jonathan already Biafra said we are too many stinkers. If you ask them now, does that accident took place in Nigeria? Many people have forgotten that accident. That incident that took place, where military murdered more than 100 because of they blocked his convoy. But this very country where I stay, this Brazil, that is the chief of army staff that ordered fire because of his convoy. But this country, the former president, we are going to somewhere with which convoy? The interior village, small village, blocked him. He came down from his convoy and disguised himself with a helmet, motorbike, this super bike, carry him past the people. They never knew it was him. the power bike, carry him, go through the people, and pass the people. In other words, to meet up to go to where he is going. While the convoy still remain online there, people are saying, Dese, fala por nós, fala con nós, fala. Come down and speak to us. Where the man is already gone to where he's going. Where the security officers are there, calming the people down, At the end of the day, it took them almost 1 hour. While the man already attending the meeting that he's supposed to attend. Nobody died, nobody has a scratch. After the security officers calm the people down, they resolve themselves. They say, where is the president? They not told them, go to television. President is already speaking to where he's going to. All of them, some of them, their parents begin to call them on phone. He's already, have already passed through people there. You have already gone where he's going. So what are you doing there? You just obey the security officers and then after he went for that meeting and finished and resolved, he went and called the political elite there. Does that problem resolve? They resolve their whatever they are protesting, they resolve it. Spirit of patriotism. The problem of Africa, majority of people who come out for public affairs, they don't have the spirit of patriotism. Everybody is looking for his own pocket. My own. Since I joined this IPUOB, since 2016, I am paying my own quota in terms of engagement. I am paying my own quota in terms of finance. IPOB, or I have never in my lifetime of this duration of time in IPOB seek for $1 from IPOB. Go and ask IPOB Brazil. There is always a difficult time for a man. Or they are digging. That's something they call self-discipline. That we eat something. Yes, this thing I already went through a lot. When my late mother died, 2024, how many years here? Just corner here. Next month we make it 2 years. July. I was in a very difficult financial situation. That's something they call difficult. I paid for scholarship of 10 people, 10 children back home. That's what I say. This is me. And in that difficult, what do? Upon that difficult moment, I look and say, no, these children will not suffer because of the financial challenge I'm facing. I approach bank. I was able to resolve their school issue fee. This is not my scholarship. for them that I've been paying all the years. It was my coordinator that approached me and said, Lionman, I know things are is there anywhere we can help you for this burial? I tapped him. I said, sir, no. This is not social club. I don't belong to any social club. This is freedom fighting umbrella. I said, relax, I will resolve myself. But still, I was still paying my monthly dues. Spirit of patriotism. I was still paying. Go and ask him. I didn't doing that video. He knows everything. He was like, what is happening to this man? Why can't this man allow them to help? I said, sir, please, this is not where we are here. We are here for freedom. I said, don't worry, I know how to go about it. I will know. Let me try. Let me see. The areas I'm going, if I couldn't make it, then I have something to sell. That is how I say, Wokele Reihoji, Gaka Siswala Igbo. Ihe nwoke nwere ka o ji egbo mpa ya. Ya sị mba mama gara side. I said, don't worry. I was still paying my monthly. Nobody was expecting me that time. No, not so nobody, because not all of them know. My coordinator was not expecting me that time to be paying monthly dues. Because he know the kind of tight corner that I was. But he was surprised. I was paying constantly. Spirit of patriotism, which Africans lack. At the end of the day, at that minute, let me tell you something. There is nothing God. Before God blesses anybody, He watches your heart. Most of you today are busy suffering unnecessarily because your heart is as dark and evil and double-minded. And you expect God to bless you? How? At that minute, everything I was suffering for fall in place. Bah. I look at myself and say, God, you that asked me to stand by the truth, never shake. I said, now, I believe, and I will stand by that truth. I don't care. Most of you, I see some people, I will unfollow you. I said, look at me, look at the trouble. Am I a blogger? Am I a content creator that you will say you or follow me? I begin to beg you. I will begin to try to do your will. Am I on Facebook to do your will? I am on Facebook to do the will of millions of Biafrans. Both those, the ones that have died, both the ones that are living. If I thought they don't even value, they don't even know where I'm going, time will come, they will understand it. It may be the time that I have grown old and die. They will say, now we understand what that man was doing is good. This Facebook was 37,000 followers when autopilot began. When autopilot began, I was telling the whole world, these guys are working with Nigeria government. Nigeria government are behind them. They want to create insecurity in our land. I was pointing, I said, hello, the Jimako is out there to destroy Nnamdi Kanu. To the point when the Nigerian government discovered that I am the one who want to open our people eye, they use their hand to remove every. Nigerian government use their hand to remove every followers of mine. It remained 2,500 from 37,000 to 2,500. One of the autopilots, this thing came to this Facebook and said, your Facebook have been deserted. I warn you, I told you, you are talking nonsense. The Facebook. When I look at those comments, I will smile. I said, why this? Am I content creator? Am I receiving money from Facebook? So even though if you remain 5, I will keep on telling the truth for that. Let that 5 spray it. No problem. Time will come. Those who reject the truth will need it to survive. Because let me tell you, even Bible, what the Bible said. Bible didn't say pray, you will be saved. Bible said, thou shalt know the truth, and thou shalt say the truth, and that truth shall save thee. Is it not what Bible said? Why Bible didn't say, thou shalt know the truth and hide it and pray? The prayer will save you. No. Truth is nature. Do you know what it's called? Nature has the most power. You can't cheat nature. You can't cheat truth. You may use the word of sweet word, take code here, take deceive people, no problem. Time will come. Everybody will go back to that truth. It doesn't matter how many years it takes. It doesn't matter how many months it takes. It doesn't matter how many weeks it takes. Everybody will go back to that truth because that is where their savior is. You can't jump it. During that time, they say, kill anybody that stand their way. Kill this one, they kill it. After the killing in what do you call it? In Imo State, havoc, many people, life lost, blood was flowing like water. At the end of the day, what did they push them to? Out of shame, they said they want to go and declare Biafra. In Finland, out of shame, they shamelessly went there and declared Biafra. The Biafra you declare, are you not still talking about the Biafra? Adamajun. Hello, the Jimako. Nnamdi Kanu. Because that is where as autopilot engineers. Ke Biafra who declare. Are you now are you in Biafra or are you still in Nigeria? Aju kam naju. And then it remove Esaya. Hello, the Jimako. After the killings, after all the blood shed, after blood flow like water, they were declare Biafra Finland. Ununa Biafra na kununa Nigeria because no sama ajujwa. Ununa Biafra land na kununa Nigeria land. Akwe hono wa ununo ora de made egbo onwe ya eziokwu. Echela ka mmadụ gbaga eziokwu, gbagodo onwe gị eziokwu first. Ịkpachazi onwe gị eziokwu gị mara ma ị ga-adị ndụ ma ị ga-anwụ anwụ. IPOB is not doing anything. The leadership of IPOB is not doing anything to free Mazi and Kanu. It is Simon Ekpa that is doing it. I asked them how. We need action before Mazi and Kanu will be released. We need action. Action. Did you say action? Action has too many meanings. Yeah? I said yes, we need action before he will be released. I said, hey, then why are you talking now? Why are you blaming? We need that action. I said, what type of action? When you say word action, it has too many meanings. If I carry my pen and paper to write to the governments and be submitting petitions to some governments of the world, it's action. In fact, that is the most value action. That is the most comprehensive and educative action that anybody can do. But when you go and pick AK-47, you cock it. It is called radical action. Then I will tell you the consequences of these two. Remember, you say we need action to achieve this thing, right? Now, I pick up my pen and my paper. I will have gone into writing, applying my brain. Remember, this paper that I'm holding and the pen, nobody is being hurt. Nobody will have scratch, talk less of blood coming out. Remember, you that carry AK-47, remember that bullet may fly and hit somebody. Body will be scratched, blood will come out. Probably somebody will die. Remember, every action has consequences. I hope you know. Now, the consequences here is this. I have taken my own action diplomatically. You have taken your own action radically. In every radicalization engagement, criminal charges follow it. In every diplomatic action, which is in a civil engagement, consideration and the sympathy follow it. Am I teaching you something you don't know today? Actions. Sympathy will follow me. Consideration will follow me. When they look at you, how many lives you have wasted with your AK-47 and bullet? When the world rises into action, they will tell you you'll be prosecuted. And of course, you'll be prosecuted. When you are being prosecuted, do you expect results? Do you expect to get the same result I got? When people have begun to consider, when that paper have gotten to some offices and consideration have beginning to take place, do you think me and you will get the same result? No, we will never get the same result. Rather, you may get destroyed. Why me? I will receive promotion. I have asked for this Biafra, in which they were shouting action, 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 action. Some members of IPOB that are not well rooted in education, they run follow them. Action, action, action. We know the result of this action. Can you hear that action? No, action now, a way to Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment. And you brain on other about life imprisonment pronunciation. Yala do you that he pronounce or film or movie or comedy. Man, una jola lawyer, alloy the Jimaka and the team of lawyer, una jola has what played in a courtroom that you people did not see, or what was not televised. Emeka, yes, is Momo teachers. teaching me mumu. No problem. I know most of you are recruited and be paying today, buy you data to come and comment, come and demoralize IPOB. No problem. Who they suffer? No negotiate suffer. It's part of insult is part of public service. I keep on telling the members of DOS, keep on telling IPOB member, don't let insult of anybody provoke you. It's part of if you are doing public service and nobody is insulting you, you must be a fraudster. That means you are defrauding them. You are telling them what they want to hear. But when you stand and tell them what will save them in future and now, you will see. Because there are people that are born with criminal-minded blood. That's what I was telling somebody. I say, why we must not engage in any kind of atom of violence is that we have problem. The person asked me, what is that problem? I say, some of our Igbo women brought problem to our land. He said, how? I said, many people you see today answering Obinna, answering Uchechi, answering Ndubisi, answering this. I said, your hand look like Esau, but your voice like Jacob. That's what I was telling. I said, this is what is happening. I said, I remember in 82 battalion, but Makola Ibado Army. I remember how all these Fulani generals were sleeping with Igbo women, married women. Married women. They don't even go after the single ones. Those who are married women. I say we as officer that we saw all these things. I say, this is where the problem is. I say many people today you are seeing among us. Yes, the name is Igbo name, but the blood in them is not Igbo blood. And I remember what my late father said. He said, any man, any Igbo man you see that raise cutlass or raise sharp object to hurt anybody, that you should know that that thing is not an Igbo blood. Nnam. Yasim nandi Igbo ada like imepu mmadụ ọbara. Nandi Igbo originally that Igbos are born to be peaceful. They resolve their matter amicably. And I remember how Omona used to gather. There is no amount of issue that arises in Igbo land that Igbo will go to police station. It's always the Omona that always resolve it. But today, most of Igbo people can never resolve their problem how the old people used to resolve it, because we have too many blood-testy DNA announced today. Fulani pregnanted many Igbo married women. Infidelity. Ụmụnwaanyị Igbo na-agbalị iro karịa ụmụnwaanyị Yoruba. Go and ask. Go and ask. That's why I made that program I made 2020. I said, Biniko. Because you have something some people are addicted to it. They can't stay with one man. I said, instead of you people to be cheating your husband with Yoruba or Fulani, please cheat your husband with Igbo person. So can you wear blood in the Igbo within us? Stop bringing strange blood into our land. At least cheating, not cheating. Okay, Igbo. So I don't want to go to Tobagime, a more dig of Buronibo. I am not saying don't cheat. Go and cheat, no problem. But show one Igbo. Bini, I look am your 2020. Can you happy when the abu obu or abran halanya? The thing had to go too much like Igbo. Or they go too much, and you want a problem, and you will go somewhere that area. You know, blood is thicker than water. Blood is thicker than water. That is the result of what you see during the time of this autopilot. And now, because if you ask them the offense of IPOB against Mazi Nnamdi, they will tell you they were not doing anything. They were not doing anything. Do you know why they said the DOS are not doing anything? Because the DOS did not roll out ESN to the street and start in fact, start killing people so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. Do you understand me? That was the offense of IPOB against Nnamdi Kanu. To them, IPOB is not doing anything to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the same people forgot that it was IPOB that initiated civil disobedience that led to bringing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out to courts. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not brought to the court because of the sound of AK-47. No, it was brought to court by simple ideology, IQ of men of intelligence. Okay, every Monday, sit at home. Those governors, if the hand of the governors are there to eliminate this man, let us use this angle to frustrate them. And people voluntarily, no, I am not saying, when somebody is talking and say Igbo, I'm not generalizing it. I say so many Igbo women cheat. I not say all the Igbo women, no. But I say that many Igbo women cheat more than the Yorubas that we thought. We know I want to hand up all the kind. It's like they thought the Yorubas and the other tribe against the Igbo. Igbo people, they are bad. When you ask an average that Yoruba man that thing is being taught, say, have the Igbo man do you bad? They say, no, for me, they never do me, but they say they are bad. They say, in our own, our parents taught us that Yoruba women, they fled. They meet other men out of their husband's house. Do you understand me? But that is not true. There are too many responsible Yoruba women, even more than our own. You see? That's the fact. That is the fact. But what do you do? But if you ask average Igbo boy, he will tell you, ha, Yoruba woman, mbao, what about you? Because I know you're not parent time. I know you're not parent time. So what I was saying, They forgot that the IQ of the DOS was what brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court. So, because the initial plan was to kill him. But that thing alone, mount pressure, he was brought to court. And along the line, there was no action, there was no misguided action recorded by IPOB umbrella that could have crucified Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the hands of Nigerian law. So that got them frustrated. Then the same diplomatic action of IPOB, not radical action, diplomatic action of IPOB, pen and paper, got Mazi Nnamdi Kanu discharged and acquitted. And as a result of that defeat, remember that discharged and acquitted simply means you have defeated the Nigerian government. You have defeated the whole nation. So you and I, in our mind, we think that the nation will not resist. We are fighting. This is the fight against nation and against the dream nation and the existing nation. Biafra is a dream nation. Then this one is already existing nation. Then the dream nation have defeated existing nation, which anything can happen from that moment. Then you and I want Nigeria not to resist. Nah. And that's why I say it's a high-tech politics. It's a very high-profile politics. That's what freedom fighting is. Some people say, why can't they leave him? I say, how are they going to leave him? If they leave him, which they have leave Biafra. If they free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, obey that law instantly, that means they have free Biafra. Why can't we use our brain? Stay of execution that was filed by Malami, the former Attorney General, was what he's supposed to do as part of Nigeria government resistance step. That was what he's supposed to do. He did what he's supposed to do. And I am not against it. For taking the step he's supposed to take to protect the country where he is the Attorney General. Then it is left for the dream nation, which is Biafra, which is championed by IPOB, for IPOB to do what? To reply him. Then how did IPOB going to reply him? The same diplomatic step, which San Mike Ezekome have begun. They have begun the step. Which IPOB leadership have begun the step. Which IPOB members, units across the world have begun the step. The leadership of IPOB distributed the judgment document of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is there any IPOB member that doesn't receive that document from email? I'm asking all of you. Because the leadership of IPOB put it on our email. Is there any IPOB member? I want to know the one that is true here. Maybe Brazil can send their only. Because I was aware that they distributed this thing to countries. Our own copies, 142 copies. 142 copies of that judgment. Our national secretary, we are the one who went to print all of them. He printed all of them, which cost money. Okay, you can say they receive it. Even na ekwu ihe a, ụmụaka nọ na media ya no ya father ya mother, ya father ya mother, ya father ya mother, ya father ya mother. Mumu bingo. Ala ko. This language here, uno mutara from Nnamdi Kanu, is not going to take us anywhere. This abusive pattern, uno mutara from Nnamdi Kanu, I'm going to take Kanu anywhere. Image abuse, the reality is there waiting for you. Chinasa one keta. Chike dozie mu gagaru akpo, amam karu akpo yakpo. Anu bingo. Onye nka Lionman, Lion Goat. Angu mebe dere nka Lion Goat. Very fantastic name. Goat enweze lion. O magbulo onwe. Unu mecha unu susuche ihe a. Ezigbo reality no na-eche unu. Imere elu imere ala. Abuse can never resolve the standing challenge. What resolves the standing challenge is your educative application. If you like, if it's on, if I'm more in a ferry or no, I'm more in provoke. More they provoke the situation. If any chonwa, ono bachare ke gusi obaka. Reality ganano de aleche. And reality I hope you consume mi kwegi okrogo consume kubo la tight corner. Get on a tight corner. Lebe nemo Nnamo, anyamo, imimimo. At the end of the day, the people that will save you is the same people that have the action of pen and paper. Because those people that have the action of cutlass, sword, and the gun, we hide because apatahaka. Ebe ha ka onyos. Abata ha ka were law be ha ka onyos. Abogo maka gije were law were be ha ka onyos. So ha ga hide godi, ha ga hide ya. Ndị ahụ nu na akpọ nwa nkịta, nwa bingo. Lion Goat. Akwa ha ga-ejikwa pen and paper. Gachoka ka ga-ese save tunu. Mgbe ahụ ga-ehuzele mmanụ ihe. Ụmụaka na-agba egbe a putum ndị ezuzu ha that time ndị autopilot ka ebe ha nọ, all of them in the grave. Unu nwekwara ihe. Unu gwere ihe mere ndị ọzọ maka ihe na. Unu gara ajụ onwe unu tata ka ụmụaka ahụ that time na-ezuzu ihe a, where are they? Inside grave. Onye gburu ha? Reckless directive. Alloyed ụmụnne Kanu bụ ndị lavishiri the life of these children. After the children lavish the life of innocent people, they end up lavishing their own life. Recklessness in leadership. Death sentence. Thank you. The person that commented this thing, Wilfred. God bless you. Death sentence. I was even thinking that the new media, what they recruited for themselves, will be talking about the death sentence. What they are busy doing is insulting the DOS, insulting IPOB members, insulting those who are saying the truth. They are not even talking about the death sentence standing before this man. So you think that after your noise making that this death sentence will not go on, by now, if you have leave people like us to concentrate, we will be talking about the death sentence, and we will be filing, we will be moving to offices of government. So after you abuse me, you want me to carry the file to office of government. You are joking. That's why I tell Nnamdi Kanu, you will use your hand and kill yourself. So if you abuse me, finish. You expect me to carry file, to spend my own hard-earned money, to go to transport myself and go to somewhere, or IPOB family. Remember, we are 15 in number now. All of you now, attitude have deserted them. So this 15 in number, we will not choke hand as we normally do now. We now, after you told them to be calling this one bingo, call this one lion goat, call this one, because he's the one giving the directive to them. Insult them. And you forget that the people that you are recruiting to insult doesn't even know anything. They don't even know the deep about the diplomatic engagement. They don't even know anything. They don't even know nothing. They don't know anything. Then you want me, after you have directed them to insult me fully, then you want me to take my own hard-earned money to be going for your safety. You must be mad. See, you see grave with them. You must be mad. See, you see grave. Because what I am considering now is restore Biafra. I don't care who die. I don't care who die. What I am now is only Jaka Buonwe, Yabuonwe, and you Biafra. What I am concentrating now is Biafra. And let me tell you something. If that apology that I suggested is not standard, me, Lionman, I will never make, even though the leadership said, oh yeah, we have forgiven him, everybody, oh yeah, go into diplomatic engagement with documents like this. I no go. Me, I no go. I will never step an inch. If I want to go, if I even consider you want to go, I will charge them. That time, I will make sure I make hell of money from them. That time, I will not tell them, okay, Nnamdi Kanu, for me to go to capital city or to go to judiciary, send me $5,000. You payment. I need $5,000. If you know, I no go. I begin to charge them. Because if you can have the money, the publicity we gave you for free, now you are paying people for that same publicity. That shows that you are already fallen. You are gone. Today, people are being paid to be on media to insult IPOB by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his siblings. But this is the publicity we give you for free. We use our own money, subscribes. Me, I sign contract of 15 good years on the internet. In other way, when people say, I said, Biafra will come to there, come to me. No, I said, ta, about over there, who told you? This is a long-time program, which I'm still enjoying, which I'm still on top of it. That's why I can stay my program the whole day. If I want to stay here the whole day, I'd stay. Have you asked yourself, who is giving this man money? This is my hard-earned money. Nobody. Then after I spend all my hard-earned money defending you, you turn around and recruit children and pay them. The children, you know that they cannot even afford data for 1 week. You now start paying them salary. To be insulting a man who have been on media for years with his own hard-earned money. Not only being in media, contributing monthly dues in which where you are sustaining yourself because you have no job, you have no company. Sustaining you, feeding you. You turn around to say, sort those who are feeding you. I think that is the greatest sin any man can commit. I think that is the greatest sin any man can commit. Biting the hands that feed you is the greatest sin. And God punishes people that with this kind of mindset. The day you bite the finger that feed you, you are gone. Immediately. Immediately, instantly. The same publicity we gave you for many years is the same publicity you are paying for now. Don't you see that you are falling? Don't you see you are gone? Elakwa. Okwa. Akala kuro wanketa uwe ada lulu kala kuzuri now. Ndi ala kuro aka check kwa hofuma. Mahana kuro aka ke dindu. Mahana kuro aka ke nwanwo. Ọnwụ ka ha na-akụkwara gị aka ka ị nwụọ ka ha ga-ezuzi ike. Ọ ka ndị akwa ndị a hetiri gị, ọ bụkwa anyị nwa. Ịdịkwa echuzukwa ndị hetiri gị ma kwara ọ bụghị anyị nwa na-agba gị eziokwu before your face. Ọkwa ndị ala akụrụ gị aka. Ọkwa ha nwa ka ị ga-agbawa ịhụ ha ịgbawakwa ọsọ. Na dem be your enemy o. No be me. Have you seen any of them talking about how are they going to resolve the death sentence standing? No. They are brave. What do they know they can discuss? They don't even know anything to analyze there. So what they know better is what they are doing. Go and insult people, they insult. So after you insult those people you are insulting, you want the same people you are insulting to make move. Except the stupid ones. For me, I am not stupid to that because death is death. There are people that your narrative, your reckless narrative have sent them to grave. So if you join them in that grave, nothing too bad. If your action have lead people to death, if you join them to that death, that's nothing bad. Because the same mother that carried them for 9 months is the same mother that carried you for 9 months. Their mother carried them for 9 months, you misleaded them, they die. Your own mother carried you for 9 months. So if you die, you are not bigger than them. That is why, when you are in authority, be very careful of your narrative and your order. I remember the set of military officers we convicted that time. After I questioned them, he said, please, they are sorry, they want to. I said, no. Why should you do this kind of evil? I asked one of them, I said, look at my face. I said, look at my face. He looked at me, I said, I want you to look directly to my eyeball. He looked, I said, can I tell you something? I said, are you telling me that time you want to execute that guy? Did he ask you, I beg? Did you offer you, did you say, I beg, please don't do this? Did you say so? I said, look at me and tell me if that guy says so or not. The other one beside say, oh God, please, he begged. I said, then after begging, then why did you go ahead to pull trigger? I said, can you answer me? Why did you go ahead to pull trigger? He looked at me. Tears run down to his eye. I said, answer me. I just need the award now. When that young man was begging you, I was just implicated. Please don't do this. Don't do this. My parent. I said, I need every word that guy tell you. One of them confessed immediately. He said the guy was begging them that he is the hope of their parent. I said, do you listen to what he said? What this officer said? He said, yes. I said, then why did you pull the trigger? Because they say you are the one that pulled the trigger. Why? After hearing that thing, why was your hand went straight to the trigger? Where was your brain? Where was your conscience? I said, can you tell me the condition of the parent of this guy now? The condition of the mother, the father? Can you picture the heart in which they are living with now? I said, do you know that you have just scattered the heart of this parent? And here you are standing, trying to save yourself. You want somebody to show you mercy. The mercy you could not display to others. The mercy you could not give to others is what you want to receive. The same mercy you could not give to others is what you want to receive. And you are standing here before me begging to see how you will be saved. The same person begged you to see how you could save. You couldn't save him, or you send him away out of the world. But today, investigation have come out. This fellow is innocent. I say, why are you people in a hurry to exercise wickedness? Why can't you be slow in exercising wickedness to show that you are not on the wrong side? Those ESM members that you surrounded in Imo State because they refused to follow other group than IPOB. Those ESM members. Now, wait, hold on your call. Lower your device. You are listening to yourself, and I pick your call. Just lower your listening. So those ESM members, you surrounded in Imo State and executed them because they refused to join your group, Kanu. And you are Simon Epa, executed them and throw them into pit. But today, are they not parents that born them? What was the offense? Because they tell you no. This is not what we are called for. In IPOB, we don't exercise violence. You now told them that you need the new order has come. The new order has come. They ask you, what is the new order? He says, Simon is the new order. And at the end of the day, they were all executed because they refused to follow that their new order against what they stood for. And today, the same Lord Ejimako who make all this setup, leading to multiple deaths in our land. You see, I'm telling all of you now, do you know that Lord Ejimako will be arrested after he is done? He is doing the Nigeria will. After all, he's been go and mark it somewhere, he will be captured. But I don't know when that will happen. Where is Mimi today? You people are not asking questions. Where is Mimi today? Mimi have run out of the, and he have gone to exile. He's not going back to Nigeria again. Because they know that the truth we are telling them, time of harvest has come. His brother have signaled him to run away from Nigeria. That's why he run with his wife. He's not returning to Nigeria again. Time of harvest has come. That's why every single action of yours, you need to reason first. You need to. It's not the time they tell you, bring Mr. B, put it on the table, cut off his head, he cut. It's not the time. You should be the one to ask question, what this Mr. B did. What is his offense before I cut that head? If nobody can explain deeper about cutting that head of that Mr. B, you drop your sword and move on. You drop an account. I won't do that. This is what I have to keep on telling Nigerian police and the Nigerian army. The order of your wicked politicians, let me tell you something, the worst mistake people can do is to work under somebody that is criminally minded. Why making what the most killing you are seeing in Nigeria because of majority of Nigerian politicians are hard criminals. And police are working under them. Army are working under them. That is why you see army are killing innocent people. Police are killing innocent people. It doesn't happen in this country. It doesn't happen anywhere in the developed world. Because people who are politicians, they are good conscience citizens. Patriotic citizens that have human conscience. So as far as the politicians have human conscience, the police also will have human conscience. Because we have hardened criminals today that life is nothing before them. They will ask you to kill, you kill. And you think you are doing it right, taking the blood of innocent people in your hand. Today, because of these activities of taking other people's life anyhow, God have decided to harden the heart of, go and read their Bible very well. God will always use the wicked soul to punish the wicked soul. Don't you know that some stubbornness is the handwork of God? There are something that you will commit. God will harden the heart of those people that will handle your matter. Even though those people were kind of having spirit of mercy, from nowhere, their heart will be hardened. You people will be asking now, what is happening? Why this heart of these people are hardened? It is God that time that is not operational. God is operating badly that time. The Nigerian agents we are talking about, cannibalism that they find out in the Imo State, where they roasted human being and they be eating it with red oil, the one they found in a goosey soup. Is he not a coordinator in Ebonyi? Because they told them to follow autopilot. The guy refused. They pick him from Ebonyi, tie him rope, leg and the hand, take him to the Gentle, the Yahoo, and the Butuzu. They killed him like a goat. Video it and sent to Simon Ekpa. They roasted him. Boy, I guess I have no nama. Where she gushi, send the Simon Ekpa. They read the gushi, they won't have video. They real fake gushi with the apple. They won't have video. Where they send the other Simon Ekpa. These are the things the detective saw, because let me tell you something now. In abroad, if they come now for me for any kind of arrest of this kind of high level suspicious crime, you see this thing. Let me show you. They are going to carry this computer. Look at this. This is why I'm transmitting this thing. This is me here now. They will carry this computer. Any kind of device in my house, they will carry it. You know what they are going to do? They are going to carry it. They are going to check. They are going to check. Is there anything that I'm supporting as evil? Because they are going to see it there. They are going to enter my Google account. They are going to bring everything, and as soon as they bring it out, if I am innocent, that is why people forget. That's why I like developed country. They will leave me. They will say there's nothing, even in his device, there's nothing complicated over it. That was what saved Mazi Chinasa. So, Chinasa, all people are saying, Mazi Chinasa, show your face, show your face, show your face. Because of the man, he trusted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He trusted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But nobody said it till 2034. The same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu give out the Nigerian government the location where he stay, everything about him. The same Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is still alive. Go and ask him. Out of wickedness, all of them must go down. But this is the man who have been against violence. This man have been shouting on Radio Biafra. This thing you people are doing, and the whole world the whole world, heaven bear him witness, earth bear him witness. He has been against this violence to the point that you people will go and keep finish. You want to put it on him. He will laugh because his hand is clear. It's not the same. They went, the authorities of country where he's living, went there, raided his home, carry him, carry his children, carry the wife. Investigation lasted 1 year, and at the end of the day, all the whole device they pick, they enter Google account to do everything. The country look at it and say, why is Nigeria government going after somebody who has been, even his activities, even Google account, everything is peace. There's nowhere violence is being attached. One day, I'm a gym sis. See my agalada place called Amagode Kagi se make up, but Moana sick. I have to go there. Kamanaka se make up. Moana, more only exercise wicked. Namaz and the kind of the wicked. Moana go near that or the wicked. And I didn't make chop hand and mad the wicked. I didn't make Mezironia here. I said, what train officer? Onye they defend the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu carry more before. Onye they poke Mazi Nnamdi Kanu carry more before. But any day, and one like they say, any them jackam chopota. Any them jackam chopota. Let me boggy here. Me finish here. At my mele madanya lihu now. I'm not more each other. Each other be back. I don't care. You give out about everything about him. I want Nigeria government did. I want how work with the country. What was the result? Nothing. The result only cost him. Because the country say the ego has spent for investigation. No young achieve the country back. No young achieve the country the money back. That is the only punishment hanging. And the money was big. That is the debt the innocent man is paying to the country. Innocent man who only go for beer. Yeah, the dere you na media single hand they maybe coded word. Yeah, yes, God knows that I came out with all my heart. Yeah, the dere you media. Unada aju ke him this man dey ha. He have coded crying. I will only hold you my head now. Yes or no, yes or no punishment. Money was involved, very big money, which he is still paying. Onye limu na jola ya ke ihe ke ka ga isinyere aka. Akwa onye pụtara no, onye unu kpọpụtara, ọ nọkwara onwe ya. Unu akpọpụta ya, amaghị na unu chọrọ ime bụ family business. Unu ala afiri ọnụ la media. Were ihe ndị mmadụ needed. Do something that millions of people wanted. I mean, has like ihe mmadụ chọrọ, ihe mmadụ need ka eji egbu ya for wayo. Unu ewere ihe anyị needed. Chọrọ igbu anyị wayo. Unu asa anyị atọ na to reality. Manne. Unu ga-ajụ onwe unu ka ihe mere this man na Lionman na adịghị serious la media no katazie this. Mgbe aka m jikulitesi ya ebe ọ bụla ihe a bụ 419 kwuru chọrọ iji ya eme. Now we will not turn it into reality. That Biafra, I didn't want to see that Biafra. Maybe law uche Chineke. Ka ọ bụrụ la onye ndị chọrọ iji egwu 419 ga-ebido then ndị ga-ewepụtazi reality eme ya ghọọ reality. Ihe anyị chọpụtara ihe a uche Chukwu because ọ bụrụ na ọ bụghị uche Chukwu ọ ga-eme ọ can't stand. Mgbe ka ntị chọpụta ihe a dịka ọwụ la listing dịka ọwụ 419 initially, but along the line Chineke be were aka na-etinyela email somebody like me na dey eme ihe maka onye mbụ hardcore pro Nigeria. Ọ mgbe anyị hụrụ mgbe ababa ekwuwa anyị aba ahụ ebe Nigeria ga hụ na Nigeria ga-awụ ọkụ mere anyị nwa ji join ya maka onye mbụ. Maka onye mbụ. Ọ gbaka m ji anyị nwa jipụta izu a ga-emezi ihe a na ya bụrụ reality. And that's why the members of DOS now vow ihe a na-abụzi reality. A ga-enweta Biafra. Onye ga-anwụ n'ụwa onye achọghị mma. Those who have soiled their hand, let them go and die. Kanu ga-aga nga ahụ. Kema na ọ ga-aga nga ahụ. All of unu ma. Because echi na unu asị the brother is all the whole family is onye metara ihe o ji eje nga ya ka ihe anyị ṅụrụ n'iyi. Mgbe a pụtara IPOB ka ihe a ṅụrụ n'iyi. So unu chere ọ ga-arụ in as far as that Yaman when you take all hoji everybody lala. Ihe koji ihe o pattern no use hoji jide onye obula lala. Yaman take ya. Oh ya mere oji jeziela aga weta sindele take ya ga work with him. He finish here ndị ahụ ejilala. He won style now. He went and bring Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa said ya ga anwụ iyi IPOB. He brought Nelofebu anwụ IPOB. He brought Madam Oyibo anwụ IPOB. Unu makwa ma ala agba. So to his own little mind, how the chebo ejimonde alala. I will finish them to the end. But echefu la aha ya no li ya etira aha ya de ebe o mere mistake bi tinye aha ya. That is his name. And by na anyi ya anya na akpọ ya aha ya apụta Nnamdi Kanu. O mangala owo mgbe anyị na anyi ka ya nwa na anyi. Anyị na anụtara nke ya. That's what I was telling somebody spiritually. I said, mgbe aha onye ọbụla na anyi ndị apụtara no with clean mind ha pụtara ebe so mgbe anyị nwere ihe ahụ ka anyị na anụtara ya nwa. If ya maka nkarịcha adị 10 million nwere ihe ya ma nwụọla nke ya times 10 million. Ọ nwụọla nke ya 10 million times. Unu chedili unye ya dị stupid. Ọkwa ya m na-agụ echiche unu adị unu chela unye Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Lord unu chela that woman is stupid. O ji dọrọ onwe ya. I will not work with you. I will work with IPOB. Ọkwa ha dị woman gbara elesere ha. Ya bawamba. Do myself. I work with IPOB. Do you remember? As people are taking the oath, they are including their generation. So nke a bụ my own generation. Ụmụaka bụ my generation. I will save them. I'm gonna work with you because I'm working with you. Emegom generation I'm implicated. Common sense is not common. Unu hụrụ nwaanyị a na-agba kwụrụ ebe ọkwụ kwụchie ya ike. Alas unu gawala vid, gawala autopilot unu na-eje ebe ọbụla akwanye unu na-eje. Sense unu adịghị kọmọ. Unu enweghị uche. Unu gara asị ka ihe mere nwaanyị ya ji kwụrụ ebe a kwụchie ike. Nna ka anyị lebara n'ihe anya ọ dịkakwa something dị wrong somewhere. Unu ga-ajụ ka ihe mere nwaanyị ya ji kwụrụ ihe a kwụchie ike. Unu chọrọ everything ka apụta ka agwụ unu ya ka agwụ unu ihe niile ka agwụghara unu aka oyibo gbom kunu ghọta ndị iberibe. Ịmara ihe ilele nwaanyị anyị emere pilot wute ego akwụọ ya ego ka e were confuse the woman ka the woman soro ha the woman gba because nwaanyị dị ntere ọma ha na-akpọ the power of the realm, the power of the spirit ọma anya that woman ọma anya. Nwaanyị agbalaga aka m adịghị ọkpa m adịghị aka m adịghị ụkwụ m adịghị ka m save good generation m. Kanu ga-aga nga ma imi nwere a standing case ọ ga-eji aga nga ka ihe na-eme nwanne Nnamdi Kanu nwaanyị nke mere participate la kidnapping during the Simon ọkwa ịhụ na family akụchiwago ọla edu na anya na family apịachiwago family apịachiwago. Agwara m unu agwa kwa ịhụrụ Biafra onye na-akpacharaghị anya ya were aka tipie ezinụlọ ya were aka kuchie generation ya pam. Gentle unu makwa ihe mere Gentle the Yahoo Okay, can call you can go on Nnamdi where with asking information on Parakapanya like this, or the file. How many of you is aware that Nigerian military killed 3 children of Gentle Yahoo? How many of you is aware? I want people in conversation to know. How many of you is aware? Gentle the Yahoo. Nigerian military killed the 3 children of his. How many of you is aware? How many of you is aware? How many of you is aware? Mgbe m na-ele unu anya na-akpọ unu ụmụ okoko, unu amaghị the reason why. You are just being far. Ịmadị ihe na-eme. Ihe abụrụ na-eme. O nwere ndị alakpọ ịnaka kusula ama ihe niile na-aganụ. He needed bụ ihe ọbụla onwe gị cool down. All you can just say wisdom is profitable. Wisdom is profitable. Ile ndị mmadụ anya ka ala aga. Gị were nwayọọ na-eso ha. Agbala speed. Nigerian military went to the house. What saved the woman, the woman they picked in that house were not the mother of those children. It was another woman that gave birth to those 3 children of Gentle the Yahoo. The lady he married. What saved the lady? That lady could have been executed as well. What saved the lady is that the lady pleaded and begged that she just been married newly. Then the family of the lady intervened immediately. Those children, that's why I tell you, which is a very big crime to Nigeria as well. Innocent children, little were executed in army barrack. Do you see how goes to close your family in care? What was the oath all about? Or the oath manifest to go there? Una amaghị anything. Ka ihe chọrọ ime na family, ka ihe chọrọ ime na family Nnamdi Kanu. Una amaghị ihe ahụ chọrọ ime. Una amaghị ihe ahụ chọrọ ime na. Oso ọ ka na-eme unu. Una amaghị all that thing chọrọ manifest na family Nnamdi Kanu. Bute ụzọ ka family nke bute ụzọ. Ke family nke Angel Uncle Angel obunukunu na ke ya nwana. Agwala unu kpachapụrụ onwe n'anya. Unu kpachapụrụ onwe n'anya. Ekwela ka ihu nna amani gbuo unu. Ihu nna amani dipia ka o consume unu. Especially ụmụazị anọ na media la akpọ iyi. Because the lady in Canada, this lady must be ignorant of what is playing on, what is going on. She must be partially ignorant. But metu sala mahia mde puna magi. Oya kam ti poru nde egwu atata. Ka egwu ahụ kam oya again. Oya kam ti bore egwu bido this broadcast today. Intentionally play that music. Because each music has message. Unu na-akpọ egwu ka ọrụ na-atọ ụtọ. But anyị nwa na-akpọ egwu let's send the message in on board. That nke ọbụla anyị need ọ bụrụ board ka m ọrụ na egwu. Egwu mkpọrọ m nabata.
Biafra journey's close. Oh. My people, open your eyes. Oh. Yeah. Make we shine our eyes. Oh. Freedom, no be by sleep. Oh.
I hope only without the lyrics. I hope the beat, the lyrics.
Many voices for the road today. Many people they show us way. Some they talk this, some they talk that. My people make we know the path. Through the struggle, through the pain, through the sunshine and the rain, we still stand and we remain, waiting for freedom again. Oh, open your eyes, follow who knows the road. Oh, open your eyes, make nobody lead you wrong. Biafra journey's close, stand together, make we go. Unity and truth, now the weapon that we know. Just remain strong, people singing freedom song. No matter how the road be long, hope and courage carry on. From village to the city side, let our voices never hide. For the future of our children, let determination be our guide. Freedom no they come easy, but together we gon' make them. One people, one purpose, one destiny, one vision. Follow who knows the road. Biafra, journey is close. Make me stand up.
No, how about you? You know, we go. Emma, no, oh, we not buy you. We are not paying attention to the. This is the message. This is the guy that produced this music. Is a real messenger. I said, open your eyes. Oh, many sweet words is flying out there. Open your eyes. Freedom, you know, they come easy. That's why I played the music when I was starting. I said, this is the music of this time. But the people you are playing it are then going to understand it. When I came, that's why I wasn't sitting here when I was playing it. When I come sit down here, I know that I want to got the message of the music. I just smile inside of me. I said, our people have many. Our journey is still far. Our journey is still far. Upon the sala, tada roaring. One day, what of you got? All our roar and sure. Many family will close down. Many is going to close down. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you. Time is coming. Go ahead. Who is on there?
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon from here, Mazi, Lionman. My name is Ifa Chukuma Dabuchi. Yes, I'm calling you from the Netherlands. Mazi, I want to make a statement before I go into. You said a lot of things, and it is not easy. But I thank God for people like you who take positions of truth and honesty, no matter what the future may bring or what people fear. What I want to say before I go forward is that I'm telling Biafrans, look, we must safeguard IPOB, we must secure IPOB because we love Biafra. we love Biafra more than anything and more than anybody. Yes? And what I'm saying is that I thank you for the work you are doing. You know, we didn't want to rock any boat. So we were thinking things and seeing things, but because of people like me, I survived the Biafran genocide. So I want Biafra to come. So I didn't want to rock any boat. And therefore, I want to tell Biafrans that a horse knows and intentionally follows the one who is leading it. It's not that the one is stronger than him. If you know why they call horsepower is like machine. But the horse is humble, following the leader, not because the horse is stupid. Now, why am I saying this? Some people are jumping up and down saying, they're saying, go and find their own movement. Nnamdi Kanu is the founder of and owner of the Biafra for IPOB movement. Go and find your own and leave the IPOB for us, Nnamdi Kanu. Now, my answer to those people who are saying this is,
Mazi, please hold on. Let me answer somebody before I forget the person. Mazi, okay. He asked, he said, Mazi, what is the way forward? Now, how do we get Biafra? Will Biafra still come, or do we forget Biafra? Mazi, Biafra is a certain and a sure, a dream that is very sure to realize. Biafra will come, but not in a manipulative way. What Biafra need is honesty, I keep on saying this, honesty, sincerity, and truth. And the Biafra is a collective effort. It's not, if I'm standing here today to tell you that I, Lionman, will give you Biafra. If I near you, if I get very close to you, give me a very dirty slap. I deserve it. That means I am a very shameless liar. Biafra will come. I keep on telling you, nobody has the power, the capacity to give us Biafra. The only way Biafra will come is our collective effort. What is your effort where you are residing? Are you residing in France? What is the effort have you made there? Are you residing in Brazil? What is the effort have you made there? Are you residing in Spain? What is the effort have you made there? Yes, we have a figure who is leader, but it is our collective effort. Nobody on earth can single-handedly give you Biafra. They will have answered you. Must go on.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that for those, because we need to say this to clear our people's mind, because some people are still confused and drinking the Kool-Aid of Supreme Leader and the demigod. What I want to tell anybody who is thinking in this manner is, if by the time over almost 11 years now that I joined IPOB, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told all of us then that this is his own business, this is his own foundation, this is his own enterprise or family enterprise, then we would have made conscious decision as to what amount of time, what amount of material, what amount of money, and what amount of risks are we prepared to invest in that person's private and family venture. But since he convinced us on record that this IPOB and Biafra, he said it's literally IPOB and then Biafra belong to all of us. And we, because of our oath and our national anthem, if you read our national anthems very well, you will hear where it says, give and not count the cost each day. So people like me, a lot of us are investing anything they could, money, material, and time, just to restore Biafra, not for any glory. But people are trying to make it as, oh, if it is his, go and form yours. It's a big fat lie. It didn't belong to him. He didn't start the Biafra movement. Didn't fought for it. And after the genocidal war, Chief Ralph was started it. Emeka Emekesiri was the one who coined the word indigenous prof Biafra, and then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was inside it, and then Uchemefo was inside it, Barrister Mohammed was inside it, etc., etc. So this is nobody's business. This is a grassroots movement for, self-determination. So another thing I want to clear to our people, because people are fearing, oh, we take earth with the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name. So if we say we don't agree with him, then earth will catch us. It's a big lie. Because if you read the IPOB oath very well, you will hear where it says that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must not be, insubordinate to Biafrans. And and then of course, Biafrans will not be insubordinate to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the point I want to make here is that the Directorate of State are the representative of, that is the leadership. That is the Directorate of State are the representative of our people. And therefore, if they give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instructions or about where to go and where not to go, and he goes that place, thereby endangering himself, endangering Biafrans, and endangering the struggle, he has been insubordinate to Biafrans. Therefore, his power and capacity to say we shall not be insubordinate to him is no more obtainable, because he has contravened his own law, oath, not to be insubordinate to Biafrans.
Exactly, sir.
And again,
sir, just hold on. Sir, hold on. So just hold on a minute. Let me answer, because this is an interrupted session of my broadcast. I want to ask somebody, Okoye Odra. You see, you wrote something. He said, doesn't it seem hypocritical that you and your colleagues are now critical of Kanu's behavior because it has now affected you? Where were you when others faced worse treatment before them? Okay, one thing you should understand in this life is, let me just answer you. We are not just now being critical about Nnamdi Kanu's behavior. This behavior I have stand there. I don't want to defend another person. One, I am not a member of DOS. Maybe this question now you are referring as if I am a member of DOS. I'm just an ordinary IPOB member, for information. So let me be clear in that area. Then now, this attitude of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been there. If it hasn't been there, how did I bring it from the genesis and begin to analyze it to the better understanding of everybody? It's been there. I asked my coordinator several times, this and this, I don't think this and this is right. I don't think this and this is right. And listen to me. Sometimes when you understand the character and the attitude of a man, you wait for the right time. Okay, now let's assume when I noticed all these things in 2017, 2018, then I criticized that time. Then I come on media to do it that time. I want to ask you now, I want to tell you now, do you think I'll still be in IPOB? The answer is no. And if I am not in IPOB, what rights do I have now trying to educate millions of our people in order way to get them to the right track? I don't have that right. I have lost that right. Let me tell you something. If you want to repair something, you must be inside that thing. If you go out of that thing, that means you have lost the credibility, you have lost the temperament to bring correction to that thing. This is how life functions. So I think I answered your question. Thank you. Please can go answer.
What I'm saying is that in as much as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu didn't listen to the instruction of the Director of State not to go to Africa. He has been insubordinate to Biafrans because by his going to Africa, he put himself in jeopardy, he put Biafrans in jeopardy, and he put our struggle in jeopardy. That is one. Secondly, if all the donations and contributions and levies our POB have been doing since 2015 are being managed by two people, Nnamdi and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and nothing is being, you cannot ask any question, and that means misappropriation of our funds and seizing our funds is being insubordinate to Biafrans. Exactly. So there's no way somebody can argue that our earth can catch me because I said the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are going wrong. And thirdly, and I must say this, why is it that people who have been expelled, who have been suspended, who have fought IPOB to bring it down, why are there people who are surrounding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now? Why are they championing, or why are they saying they
very deep question for those people to answer? Yes.
So yes. Now the question is, why again, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had that press release where he fired himself, he said that anybody who is dismissed, anybody who is suspended should go back to his zone and resume his position. What kind of administrative chaos do you want to create and expect the national coordinator or zonal coordinator will come back now and say, okay, I want to take my position, while people who have been in that place since 2021 fighting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, fighting to move on the struggle, you tell them to go away
Mazi, let me review something to public now, which I'm not supposed to review now, because of you raised this area. Yeah. Because when I saw that directive in their press release, I didn't bother. It was not everything that bothered me. That is kind of statement somebody will make, you will know that statement is foolish. So any foolish statement doesn't bother me. You see, like what you said, that those people will not go. Are they going to go? I say, I'll come to take my position now. Are you going to take position where IPOB worldwide have deregistered? Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu private venture has been removed and replaced with community organization, which is, because do you know the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu complained one time? He said, anywhere you take the Biafra issue, they don't take you serious. Because why people make research or document before they look into that document? Likewise me, if you serve me any document, I will go to the name of the title of the document and make research of it. So what they do is this. That time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will go and submit. They will go to the title of the document and make research and find out that this is a private venture. And you don't expect country or world power to interfere in a private business. But what power's duty is to interfere in masses, anything that pertains to the masses, the population. So that's why IPOB deregistered that IPOB and remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu name as the private venture which he registered it before. This is very simple, understandable. Then now, if you come to IPOB Brazil, for example, we register it when this crisis were ongoing. Many IPOB family were not registered in the country before. Many registered their own because DOS give the directive. Register all the IPOB families in your country of your resident. Register it. As if they know what was going to happen. Then every country began to register their own. We registered our own. So coordinator or whoever that is directing to come to take IPOB, if I eventually see anybody gathered in the name of IPOB here, that person will rot in jail. Do you understand that, sir? The person will rot in jail.
Yes,
and
yes.
I will not pity that person. As soon as they gather, the next thing we do, just to call police officers, they will go there, pick all of them, arrest all of them. I pity the people that don't have documents that will go there. They will arrest all of them, put them in custody, then ask them to provide registration number. That alone will send them to jail. Provide registration number, which I will not give them, which nobody in IPOB today will give them. Even though they have it, then they will now invite us for recognition. Yeah. They will say, okay, do you recognize this person? I said, I don't recognize that. That person is going to jail. And after jail, the person will go for deportation. I will ask them to send the person back to where he's coming from. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know that they are joking. He have been displaying a very expensive joke. You don't joke with people that have the reality with them on their hand. We have the reality, they have the fiction. Go ahead, sir. So that area of that matter is buried.
Yes, it's very important. Then another question our people must ask themselves, and then you ask yourself, what kind of movement you want to run when you say somebody who was expelled, somebody who was suspended should just go back and take their position? The question then becomes, were they suspended and or expelled just for nothing? So whatever they did, if they stole the money, if they damaged the oath, if they damaged the code of conduct, it doesn't matter. Just go and take your position. What kind of movement do you want to run? You want to run the movement of criminals? No wonder these auto bandits are now the people who surround him. And again, this thing I want to say it for an appeal to all Biafrans, all Igbos, all Biafrans, anybody that is from the old Eastern region, please, those who are killing and kidnapping our people, my heart was sinking when you were narrating how our people were killed, our security men who are honest and obedient to the oath to protect Biafra, we are killed by our own people because they don't want to follow the autopilot. What kind of people will do this? What kind of Igbo man, what kind of Biafran will kill a fellow Biafran for not believing or agreeing to your order you give him, knowing that he has his own orders, and you too are supposed to be fighting for the same cause? What a devil! What kind of people are we becoming?
That's what they use someone to achieve. That's all. Let
me finish this line, please, before you come in. I am saying, thank God for indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, who have declared ab initio that you want to restore Biafra without violence, with a superior argument, with superior, engagement to convince people not to kill people and not to kill our own people, for goodness sake. Must go on.
Yeah, well, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, I have seen some a little point, but I think you want to say something.
Go ahead. Just finish your point. Just finish your point. So you can go.
So what I'm saying is that our people, we must re-engage our own people, those who are on the sideline. You see the condition of Nigeria. You see the jihadists are coming from the north, and they have everywhere now. So what we are saying is, we must be security conscious, and we must please. I know that be not confused. If you listen to Radio Biafra, if you listen to people like Lionman, people like Patrick Ikem, people like, of course, China Sangoru, and anybody from the Directorate of State, Mazi Chike Doziema, our HOD, will come tomorrow to inform our people. Listen to the right sources.
Today, 21st.
Oh, sorry, yes, sorry, my brother. I'm thinking it's today evening, 7:30 Biafran time. Mazi Chike Doziem is coming. So listen to our leadership, the Director of State. Don't mind the autopilot Director of State and Sokoto Director of State. They are not fighting for Biafra. They are fighting for Nigerian agenda. We are fighting for Biafran agenda, and we must get Biafra, and nobody will derail us, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a good teacher. He's taught us to stand on the truth. He's taught us to be whiter than white and whiter than snow. So we are standing on the truth, and nobody will change us. He cannot teach us aerospace engineering. He cannot teach us automotive engineering. He cannot teach us electrical engineering or civil engineering. And tomorrow he wants to work it and tell us that a night is there. It doesn't work like that. The brain has caught the teaching. It is now for us to implement. And I think Mazi Kanu secretly, mostly, he will be happy that these people learned his lesson. But of course, it may not be for his interest now, but it's for the interest of Biafra. And that's why we are here to restore Biafra, not for the glory of one man or one family, or for anybody, for goodness sake. Thank you, Mazi Lionman.
Thank you, there was sir. So that is the issue here. Nobody is fighting anybody. But all the evil record, when I told them, if you, okay, now, Mazi Nnamdi have done this confession severally. People who visited him, which I also among people who make arrangement to visit him. Because I told you as an interrogator, as an investigator, I always do my things. I don't like to, they say, when people started visiting Mazi Nnamdi in Sokoto, you're welcome to the program.
No, Mazi.
You're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, because it's not an easy thing to give us this platform to speak to the world. Mazi, I don't know if my
you're coming out. You're coming out loud and clear.
Mazi, when all these things are happening, it is good one stays quiet. And this sort of thing that is happening has really taught us a lot. And as they say that knowledge can sleep. I mean, even at old age.
Exactly.
And these are the reason why, if you look in the attitude of most of our Igbo brothers, when they come to every organization, they come with one mentality that the founder of that organization or that organization itself is for few persons' benefit. And you see them making some effort in order to belong so they can be. These are the kind of attitude. Because, I recollect when people were telling us that Mazi Nnamdi is a con man, is a scammer, we are doing fully, all of those things. These are that same mentality. That is the same thing that is playing out. I said I will not talk about Mazi Nnamdi issue, because to me it is like a shame. I have told to Mazi Nnamdi, I have told to this very strong with everything I have. In short, there's nothing that gladdens me than to be on, listening to Radio Biafra, carrying out the orders of the leadership, talking about the leadership, talking about the Biafran restoration. Since I came back from probably 2004, nothing else. I love the joy. I lost every interest of life. The only thing that brought it back was just the Biafran restoration movement. And I've held on to that very thing, and I know so many things he brought to me. People blocked me, people did all manner of things. It doesn't move me. But I was standing on something that I thought that was whiter than white and whiter than snow. I was standing on, somebody that I thought, divinely he was here, to do the thing of, restoring this very thing. But I'm not ashamed, neither am I tired. If I'm never tired, rather it is a source of strength. Because that gives me that mentality that it is actually very wicked. It is us, not any individual, that will bring about the restoration of this very Biafra. And I know that we owe it to the dead and to the living and to the unborn to do this very good. So that is why nothing, even whatever anybody will come out and say today, I want to ask, where are those papers? Today they used to turn white, they turn green. You can come and name this guy. But like we are saying, we can never remain as we came. We have changed from being that insultive group to more, critical thinking and position. Every of our position, it is an argument. It is an evidence. It is a fact. Because many of us have lost our lives. I can count on this one never, this thing. What of the people that have put their life? Where they are today, what would they be saying? The being that it may be, it has come and it has happened. And I'm telling you that no matter what you throw at us, no matter what have come to us, it is a burning fire. Because before gold comes to the purification stage, it will go through fire. And I think people design this thing because getting to where we are going to, we don't need to just be like an ordinary person. We need to be very, very, people of sound mind in order to build a very good society. Because the Nigerian state that we condemn, by what has happened presently, there is nothing different.
Exactly, you're right.
If you saw most of our...
You're right.
Yes, there is nothing different. So how can we continue in that same stage and expect to get a very sound society? We say Biafra will be the beacon of the whole world, Africa. In this manner, no. So that is why you see all of these things that is happening. My heart really goes to so many of our brothers and sisters that have suffered so much, especially our brother Mazi and sometimes in the way God created me, it's not that I'm too strong, but I prefer being in the receiving end for others than others being in the receiving end for me. That is why I felt so bad that Mazi and Kanu and any other person we act in the manner to help our brothers and sisters who is definitely working as seriously their time, their money, their life. You know the pressures most of us get from our wives and our families. As a boogie cooking, I'm allowed this, all of these things will undermine it. But we can never ever, anybody that is out there nothing, any mindset that is something you will do and make us dispatch is a lie. And that is why I applaud the very leadership. I don't know how they did it. But in any way they did it, it was perfect. Because you are fighting against a black male from the source, the very, 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 very foundation, the very, very heart where every one of us anchored. And as well, you are being mindful of people like us. I think may Elohim bless them. Yeah. Whatever they put their hands on, people care will give them as an abundance of blessing. Because I say this thing from my heart. I say it from the heart of the bottom, as in, I just don't know where to bring it from. But I say, may Elohim bless them, bless their family, bless them one after the other. As we keep standing, they are not standing alone. They are standing for the dead, they are standing for the living, they are standing for the unborn. And none of our efforts will ever go in vain. This that is may be. And for those people that they think you come and read out, there is not all the things you do. I think it doesn't crush any topic, nothing. There are people we are mindful of, not your kind of person, because we know you are very, very knowledgeable of what you're doing. But for the sake of the general masses who we need to educate, who we need to bring to a proper position, we will continue doing what we are doing. And people will crown with our effort to success. Mazi, I will leave it here. May Elohim bless you.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you. So this is one of those things we are talking about. Nobody is fighting anybody. Nobody is want anybody to be destroyed. But one thing is certain is we must take the account of our responsibility. Whatever our actions. That's why I always guide people. I always advise people ahead of time. If you want to, I don't advise people say don't go into criminality. Rather, how I always speak to my own extended family or my own immediate family, what I always do is this. You, Mr. A, Mr. B, this is the consequences of crime. Mr. W, Mr. N, this is the consequences of being legit. Choose one. Whatever you choose, I wouldn't like tomorrow when the consequences of whatever you choose face you. Then you start playing, you start pleading, or start issuing a statement of being ignorant. So know what you want to do before you enter. This has been my stand all through of my life. All through of my life, this is how I've been living my life. Like the man I saved in this country, a Brazilian, because these white people, whenever their marriage or they have issue in their marriage, or the man say, I don't want this marriage again, or the woman say, I don't want this marriage again, one person must go down. One of them must go down. This has been their part of their culture. But within a few years I stay here, I have spread this message, and this message have yielded very good fruit in them. I know how many I have saved. Come, if a woman said it doesn't want this marriage again, what right do you have to take the life of this woman and go to jail? Because that's what they do. They will take the life of the person and go to jail. I said, no. This is uncalled for. Allow the woman to live. Then you get more beautiful, go and get a woman that is more beautiful than that very woman. When I started teaching this thing, when I started giving them this teaching, most of them did not understand. They say, love. I say, love is being built. Love is not natural. I begin to tell them, begin to give them insight of what they describe as love. And I ask them, that person you feel that it is love that make you to kill her because she no longer agree with you to stay with you. I said, did that love start from the day one you met the person? Some of them look at me. I said, no, answer my question. Did that love start from the day one you met with the person? He said, no. I said, how did that love grow? How did it come to be established? Did that love grow or not? I said, something that grew, which means you are not the originator of that thing. You are the one that built it. If you build it with her, you can build it with another person. The same way you build it with her, you can build it with another person. So why now not allow her to go? And stop going to jail. Stop destroying your life unnecessarily. Today, most of them have come to that terms. But today, some of them who don't want to listen to that teaching, they are still killing. I work in a dry port, very large one, a place that's these people decide the economy of this state. Sao Paulo. Go and ask anybody. They're the one that just killed the wife on Thursday. On Thursday here. He met his wife with somebody. He went to work. He worked in the place where that place. So there is no service that very day. So he returned home on time. Returning home on time, he met the wife with another man. He killed the woman, killed the man. Today he's in jail. When the brother came yesterday, Saturday, and met with me, we were discussing. The brother said, do you see the mess his brother just messed. He said he is not happy. I said, why? He said, upon all these things I used to tell them, this brother didn't listen to. I said, this is what is called teaching. Not everybody will listen to you. I said, not everybody will listen to you. He said he remembered vividly when the wife said he doesn't want him again. Said, I remember how I cancelled him, and today he is happy. Said today he is happy with another woman. I said, hey. I said, but you listen, did your brother listen? I said, this is how this world is. Just say whatever you want to say that is truth. Those who will take the truth and work on it. Those who will reject it and move on with their life and destroy themselves. Life goes on. Your brother now have caused himself a very serious mess. And he will go and pay for it. And after paying for it, his license of operation in that place will be withdrawn because government will withdraw it. That is how as soon as you commit crime, that license will be withdrawn. I said, do you see it now? This is what I'm talking about. Why can't you, when you go home, you saw that thing, you lock the door back and go out. I am even, not only these people, I am even passing this message to our own people too. There is no excuse to take somebody else's life. Allow the law to do the job. Why can't you move her and do what? Divorce her with evidence of, look at the kind of insults, because that is the greatest insult a man can receive, which the law will back you up. Even with that kind of action, with that kind of evidence, the law will deny her some of her right. Because that's what the law said. Because the cause of the divorce comes from her. They will deny her many rights. So why killing her? Why killing the man? You tell the man, carry the woman, go. Since it's better for you, oh you. Since okay, you both of you can go. Let me leave my house. Please go. And the law will say, you have to leave this man's house because you are the one that brought the shame. Oh yeah, go. The police will come there, give her distance to not come near that place again. It have happened here many times. Move on with another woman. So that's why, you see, those who are quickly to destroy others, when the same measure come to them, they begin to cry. Look at how many people Mazi Nnamdi Kanu siblings, Alode Jimako, have destroyed. And Nnamdi Kanu never condemned them. And that's why Nigeria government sentenced him to life imprisonment, because IPOB, we were intelligent, we were pushing for him to condemn that thing. When he came, start vibrating and start insulting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, start doing his saga on media. Many people were surprised why I, Lionman, because anytime somebody go, I will always respond to that person in a responsible manner. But many people never knew why I did not respond to that young man. The only thing I said is, he is a small boy, and they have displayed why he is a small boy. I say, he have displayed his age. Because Ikenga were shown evidence of character of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is by late Ifeanyi. And the late Ifeanyi didn't do anything bad, calling his own brother to show him evidence of who Nnamdi Kanu is. Maybe what he can is like a man who went to prophet. Prophet revealed something about him, about his family, then he came back and start fighting the family. Are you going to blame the prophet, or are you going to blame the man who received the message from the prophet? The man who received the message from the prophet and came back and start fighting the family is the stupid person, not the prophet. So that's why I look at Ikenga that time as a very stupid guy. But many people doesn't know that what he was saying is truth. But what made Ifeanyi showed him that for him to be very cautious. If I were him, that thing was shown to me as evidence of who this person is. I will come back and re-strategize myself. I will now use it to see how I can strengthen, I can bring change into the journey, not to destroy the journey. But evidence. I am not saying evidence of who truly Nnamdi Kanu is. Then he wanted to destroy the journey with what they showed him. Instead of him to use it to equip himself and know how to be speaking maturely to others to learn, so that others will not be going to the wrong direction. That is where I blame him. Because I know somebody called me and said, Lionman, did I see what Ikenga is doing? Why is the IPOB media warrior not responding to him? One of our Mazi from US come and said, are you going to respond to somebody that have evidence? That brother, that Mazi is still in US. Maybe he will be watching this program, he will confirm it. I said, are you going to confront somebody that has evidence? Don't you know that you don't do that? He said, does he have evidence? I said, I don't want to go clearer to the Mazi. I said, I think he has evidence. Because most of the things he was saying is already in my hand, in my position then. So that was I just responded to that one, so that for that one to not know, maybe that one may be thinking, maybe, am I aware of it? I said, I think he has evidence. So there is no need of trying to provoke a man who has evidence. That was the word I used. Don't provoke a man who has evidence. That's what I said. Don't provoke a man who has evidence. It's very dangerous to provoke a man with evidence. And I told that man, I said, but I am not happy because he is somehow being stupid in his engagement. That's how I responded to it. Do you understand me? So this is it. When you want to give people correction, there are people that will take it, there are people that will not take it. That is their fundamental right. I keep on telling people. You see, remember earlier stage, I won IPOB that time. Before some of them begin to come to the terms. I said, it's not everybody that does not agree with Biafra issue that you tag that person enemy. I said, there are something they call fundamental right. I said, allow people who does not believe in Biafra issue to breathe. You don't force them. When you begin to force them, that means what you are doing or what you are preaching is false. Because when you want to market bad market as a marketer, when you carry bad goods, you want to force it on people to buy. But when you carry a standard goods, you can only do your advert and keep it. People will come. People will buy their hand. When they need it, they will come. Ahioma, ada force your mother. Ada kwanye mother kwanye. When you market it, you leave it. When that person go around and buy fake and fix, if you didn't serve him, if you buy fake first one, second, the time he calculated the money he wasted on the fake product, at the end of the day, he will say, nah, this can grow original. Let me go and buy original. Autopilot. When autopilot came out, what is autopilot today? After the fakeness of the autopilot, they went away full, like thinking of in a tune of air, they disappear. Most of them secretly and shamelessly come to where the original is, which is IPOB. They tell them Avid and the Rising Sun. All of them were jumping. I call somebody and say, allow people to exercise their fundamental right. I'm a human rights person. I say, allow them. By the time they get tired, they will not know that IPOB is only where they will be safe. There is no other truthful umbrella. That's why I always put that on my broadcast. IPOB is the key, and they are only saving grace. There is no another. If you go heaven, go under Bennett to come back. NIPOP. And that is why I shouted. I said, protect IPOB. Don't let them hijack IPOB. Protect IPOB out of Mazi and the Kanu hand. Protect IPOB. IPOB belongs to Biafra. It doesn't belong to Nnamdi. Protect IPOB. Don't let anybody rubbish IPOB. And thank God today, IPOB worldwide have protected that name. And I told them, I said, come. Our Lord Ejimako have frustrated Nnamdi Kanu, and then Nnamdi Kanu is gone. He has fallen. The way it is now, Nnamdi Kanu is ready to hand over IPOB to Nigeria government. What did he do? Is my prophet didn't come through? That was what somebody commented. Like, how do you always know all these things before you manifest? I said, he will hand over because he is desperate. What did he do? The new DOS he announced, that is the handover. Common sense is not common. That is not DOS. Nnamdi Kanu know. Everybody know. Wise people know. Our Lord Ejimako know. That is the handover we are talking about. The Nigeria government giving condition to hand IPOB to Nigeria government. Because the Biafra journey, he wanted to hand it over through Simon. Simon Ekpa came to hijack it so that they will take it and hand over to Nigeria government and bring a program called Amnesty. There is something they call Southeast Development Commission. Is there anything like that now or no? I want to ask you people. They like me freedom lab. We not made research. We not anymore. We not in a political umbrella. Is there anything they call Southeast Development Commission? Is there anything like that now? Like Niger Delta NDC, like Niger Delta Development Commission. Now we have Southeast Development Commission. Who they give the chairman? One young man like that. Which the money that they allocated for that. Do you know why? That is the program to end IPOB. That is the program for IPOB. That money is money mapped out to end agitation. That is the meaning of that Southeast Development Commission. Are you understanding it now? I don't want to be leaking secret of Nigeria government, but because due to how our people are not reasonable, they make me they go far, which I'm not supposed to do. Southeast Development Commission is for IPOB. The man they appoint as the member of the new head of DOS is who? Unumonyo. Ojo Zokado best friend, right hand man. Which people are supervising the Southeast Development Commission? Is it not Ojo Zokado? Let me stop this program now here. I told you we hand over. And that's why, and let me tell you something. There are people that know the truth that he hand over. People like President Linton. They are all warming up waiting to get their own share if they succeeded. But now they have seen that they are not succeeding and Nigeria are not releasing that money. This is why Alodejmako have been working very hard to destroy IPOB. Lying to Mazi and Kanu, misleading him right from the DSS detention. Is it clear now? Because they are all waiting for that money. They want to, that money should have been disbursed. When Mazi and Kanu call Mazi Sanwo from DSS and say, help me destroy IPOB so that if I come out, I will start it again. If he have agreed, then he will be called to give this detail. And he himself doesn't know what I just said now. Martin doesn't know. Among the secret. Let me attend this person called and now that will be the end of the program. Why this guy? Every time you call before, I told you to lower your look at that. Why can't you lower your listening and call? When you are calling, you lower your device.
If he have agreed, then he will be called to give this detail.
Maybe this person doesn't know how to call on program. That may be the problem. You call program, the program picked. You're supposed to lower your device immediately if you want to have anything to talk, not to listen to yourself again from there. Hi. Maybe this person is learning how to call program. It is well. Hello, you're welcome to the program.
Hello, Mazi, good day from here.
Yeah, good day. You call several times, you keep on listening to yourself. That the thing is disturbing the program.
Yeah, Mazi, sometimes to really avoid every atom of your teaching is very hard. So sometimes it's not easy. Mazi, should I say last week or should I say a few weeks ago, we were talking about the issue of saving this IPOP, this very great movement. And I'm very, very happy today that it has happened. It has happened, and today we are free from all this Onyendu say, Onyendu did not say. I am so happy because I myself am a principal officer in my own location. So, yeah. And each time I like listening to you and many others. And I know I need to lower my volume, but sometimes I feel like I will miss the next words that will come out of your mouth. So it's a great thing today, and I will also thank the leadership for being steadfast is not easy. It's not this kind of it. I call it, to my own understanding, a very hybrid warfare that is not easy to evade. Nobody can. No, it's not, common man cannot evade this because it's very, very hard. Because the tactics was so well planned right from Perimau to this day, but these men stood their ground. I think history will not really forget that.
Exactly.
And my advice now to the leadership is to make sure that this thing will never happen again. But then we must have to understand that now we have to remove emotions and know that people have died in this struggle. Exactly. Those people that have died, they are not. We that are living are not more important than them.
Exactly.
So we have to focus and make sure that every loophole must be closed. And then let us march on. With the people that will join us in this journey, let us march on and forget about those that are distracting us. But on the side of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, though to him or to those that are part of him, they will think that they have really scammed us. They didn't scam us. It might be a scam, but then we have learned a very bitter lesson.
Exactly.
And the lesson we learned, the lesson we learned is not ordinary lesson. It grew us the more. It opened our mind and understanding to really know that sometimes it is true that all that glitters is not gold.
Exactly.
I want to congratulate the leadership for standing. Even this thing, had it been if not them, they would have really, a lot of things would have happened. But for them to stand on this ground, I thank them. I thank those in the media. I thank all of you that, even you, I know you have a lot of information, but for you to be handling it this way, keeping those that are not supposed to be exposed, it's not easy. It means that it's a very high profession on your own side. I thank you so much. And for those who are still asking questions, I pray that they will understand that we have already sent a very big stress. I want to urge every IPOP family member around the world to continue to sojourn on. I know that what happened is very, very painful, but then it is the reality that must come. But for Nnamdi Kanu and his family, I think the trauma they caused is not we that will talk about it again. The oath we took will surely speak for us.
Exactly.
I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you, those in the HOD, Martina Sanwora. I know the trauma is passing through. I understand everything. But then, thank God at the end of the day, he is winning. All of us are winning.
Yeah.
I congratulate IPOP worldwide again for making this movement a very free, truthful, and fast-forwarding movement. I thank you, man.
No. Thank you very much. God bless you. Yeah, this program have come to an end. I am tired and I have many other meetings to attend in a few hours from now, so I need to go and rest a little bit so that I will be able to attend that meeting. And Mazi Chikedozian will speak today by 7:30 Biafra time, Biafra land time. So, and we need to listen. All of us need to pay attention to his address. And God bless everyone.